Hi there, and welcome back to Storytime with Brianda, where you send it and I tell it. Get your snacks and popcorn ready because this is going to be a good one. The title of this story is called My Boyfriend Took Me on a Trip and Then Dumped Me There. Crazy. This story is coming from Sacramento, California. Shout out to the sender, and let's get started. My name is Melissa, and my boyfriend and I were together for about 3 years when one day he decided to take me on a trip. Things weren't always perfect. We had our ups and downs and arguments here and there, but nothing crazy, nothing concerning, nothing out of the ordinary. So when he surprised me for a trip, I was genuinely excited. He told me to pack my bags and said that this trip was going to be a fresh start for the both of us. Honestly, that should have been my first red flag. Low-key, I thought he was going to propose, but little did I know what was coming my way. The destination of this trip was Hawaii. Everything was amazing. The waves, the ocean, the flowers, everything was so beautiful. Like I said before, I thought he was going to propose. The day was perfect. We took pictures, we laughed, we went scuba diving, we ate at different restaurants, tried new treats. Everything was going great. I remember thinking, maybe we actually needed this. Get out of the routine, spark our relationship, do something fun. But on the third day, everything felt a little off. The vibe was a little different. We were quieter. It just didn't sit right with me. The vibe I got from him was kind of like if he was distracted. In a way, like if he wasn't there with me. I asked him if anything was wrong or did I say something that I wasn't supposed to. Sometimes things like that happen. But all he said is, "No, I'm just tired." So I brushed it off and didn't think much of it. That night, we went out to dinner at this really nice restaurant, very romantic, which I thought was going to be, the night of the proposal, but it turned out to be the worst night of the trip. Halfway through the meal, he put his fork down and looked at me in the eyes. Not in a romantic way, but kind of in a, I'm about to break your heart in a million pieces type of way. Like, as girls, you get the vibe. My heart started racing when he said, "I need to tell you something, and I'm not sure how you're going to take it." My stomach dropped. He took a deep breath and said, "I don't think this is going to work out anymore." Like, what? I said, "What do you mean? What do you mean it's not going to work out? Like, what exactly are you talking about?" And he said, "I'm breaking up with you. I don't feel like I'm in love with you anymore." I had so many emotions going on. I was hurt and confused and angry. We just had like the best days ever on this trip. Everything was going great. We took pictures. We were having fun. Then all of a sudden he breaks up with me? Like, who does that on a trip? So I told him, "Why would you take me on a trip just to break up with me?" And he said, "I don't know, I just thought it would be easier." Easier? How? I sat there in shock trying to process what just happened. Like, how do you go from planning a trip, knowing that you're going to break up with this person, having so much fun, knowing that you're going to break up with this person, taking out your girlfriend to dinner, knowing that you're going to break up with her? Like, what the heck? Like, when we were laughing and taking pictures, he knew that we were going to break up. Like, he knew this was happening. So why would he put me through this? His thought process was that he wanted to end things on good terms. And by that, he meant take a trip, have good memories, and leave it at that. Like, that is so weird in my eyes. That night, after we got back to the hotel, I cried so much because I was so hurt and so confused. The next day felt even worse. We had to fly on the same airplane for many hours, and the silence was unbearable. I sat for hours next to the person that had just broke my heart. When we finally got home, I packed all of my stuff, put it in my car, and left. I didn't say a word. I didn't look back. I just left. What was supposed to be a fresh start, according to him, actually meant a breakup. Now, when I see those pictures, I don't see a vacation. I see a person that knew that I was going to be heartbroken after this trip. It's been about a year since we broke up, and honestly, it's been really hard for me to start dating again. I don't know what to do, and I just want to get my feelings hurt again. What would you guys do if you were me? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. This was Storytime with Brianda, where you send it and I tell it. If you would also like to send your story, please send it to the email below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss out on the next story time. See you next time. Bye!